Okay, hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before we begin with this camp session, we want to face the east and give all praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rakakwadash. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God. Yahawashi is the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. Double honors to the apostles, the elders at Great Millstone, who do rule well and teach well. Shalom to the hopeful elect and your Akim and your brothers pushing this word throughout the four corners of the earth without truth and sincerity, making your calling and election strong, man. Hey, shalom, shalom. Hey, we're getting ready to come to the closing of this ministry, man. Akim, this is not the time to be, lackadaisical. This is a time to really do everything you can. Bakwashai, can you get that in Ephesians before we open up with what's going on in the world and tying it up with biblical prophecy? Ephesians, you can just put and doing all to stand, because right now is the moment. And Babakusha, actually I'll have this open up already. Romans 13 and 11. Before you get that, let me get this. This is the book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 11. Real quick. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. You see, now we're really coming to, the end of this thing. Now we're really coming to the closing of our salvation. And if we want to seal our spot, into one of these chariots, or into, making it through, Jacob's trouble, and the Lord giving us the spirit to go through a guillotine or, face these different, tribulations to make it, then this is a time to do everything you can for Yahawashi, Yahawashi. The scriptures talk about, letting the world's affairs, take you out, man. Don't do that. Don't let bills and women and, so on and so forth, trying to sift you out. Things of the world to sift you out, man. Right now is the time to, fuck all that. Let me make my lesson. Let me read. Let me pray. Let me fast. Let me go out to the highways and the hedges. Let me show you how by Shimei Yahawashi that, hey, I do believe in you. I believe in you. Right? You got it?
Ephesians.
Yeah, Ephesians.
The book of Ephesians. There's the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 13, and it reads, "Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand."
And having done all to stand. You see? Take with you the whole armor of the Most High, so that you may be able to withstand in that evil day, and having done all to stand, bro. Having done all doesn't mean, you just fucking, just, how you say, just going hard in the fleshly aspirations, man. It means, repenting, having done all to stand, lessons, talking to brothers, it's more than that too, your diet, so on and so forth, man. Having done all to stand in that evil day, man. So the scriptures talk about how our works are not in vain, man. These works is what's gonna allow you to have that confidence going into Jacob's trouble, man, knowing that you've been doing what you needed to do. You got it.
I'm gonna bring this one out just to back you up a little bit. It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living powers.
There you go. You want to speak on that?
Because they, like what the brother's saying, if you're not doing these things and you're just, in the world following your flesh, hey, the Lord's he's gonna be like, I never knew you, man.
I never knew you, and you're gonna fall into these different forms of judgment, man.
Yup, and that's gonna you're gonna fall to that reprobate mind. You're gonna take that shit, man.
Yeah, take that karagma.
You're gonna believe in, Esau Edom system, man.
Yup.
That new system that's about to take place.
And taking that karagma, you're gonna face the worst form of judgment, and it's being, chilling in thermonuclear ICBM missile, man. And that's on the way, and then if, you really want to be a reprobate, the Most High is going to cause judgment before you can even see the ICBMs, man. You might get, eaten by a fucking cannibal gang coming into Jacob's trouble, man. Shit hitting the fan. Hey, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, man. When you go on, I know brothers know what I'm talking about, man. Those websites, gory websites.
Live leak,
yeah, all that live leak, just them gory videos on Facebook, or even Instagram. You see someone get shot up or whatever it may be. When you see those different forms of great death, like damn, like or unprecedented deaths, and shit, that's the most high.
Judgment.
That's you falling into the hands of the living power, man. That's a scary thing, you know. And this is why, you know, we come out to the highways and the byways to, you know, wake up our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and you scattered abroad the Israelites that may look like the other nations, but believe on the names of Yahweh and Yahawashi, man. You know, you consider yourself an Israelite, man, and don't repent. We tell you to repent before the great and evil day that we just read about, right, in the book of Ephesians. And it's also in the book of Jeremiah 30:7, you know, Jacob's trouble. Hey, the scriptures talk about how the day of the Lord is not peace, you know, but, or the Lord's not going to come back.
I said not to come peace, but
a sword.
You know, a sword, yeah.
But a sword.
The sword representing destruction, man.
Yeah. You know, it's going to be a day of, man, it's going to be a day of great judgment, man. You know, and we're coming out here to the highways and the byways to prophesy unto you, you know, hopeful elect members to repent and seal the elect, and it's over with. You know, to just seal the elect and it's over with. This is all about the elect. You know, this is not about anything else other than the elect. But you got out.
Keep reading.
Um,
Or I can bring out this. I'm gonna just read the title of this. You know, this. This is a Facebook post. I'm gonna just read it. It says, in the UK, Christians are arrested for silently praying in public.
this ministry is coming to an end, Akim. Soon, and this is what I mean by, you know, having done all to stand in that evil day, man. Because what? When they shut down this ministry, you don't want to be telling yourself, damn, I would have went to the highways and the byways. Damn, I could have went to I should have went to the highways and the. You don't want to be in that spirit, bro. You want to be in the spirit of, damn, I just got done with camp. You know, yeah, I did. You know what? Damn, I just got done doing a lesson, and they released this law. The scriptures talk about how, you know, blessed is that servant whom so finds so doing when his Lord returneth. You know, like when the Most High returns, he sees you doing his work. You know, that's a blessful thing, because what? You're in the spirit the whole time. You know, shit already started to hit the fan. And this is why it says in the book of Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter, which I can just get real quick. You know, brothers always bring it out, but, you know, rolling through the spirit. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12. And we'll run with that article for right now, because I want to touch upon that. But this is Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. You don't want to be waiting to repent and turn back when shit starts hitting the fan. How does that work? You know, you want to be already doing this thing. You already want to be repenting and turning back. So when shit hits the fan, you already have a good confidence about yourself that you've been doing the right thing, man, that you are going to obtain salvation in this time. You know? And it goes on to say, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkness, or darkened, Salakia. Verse 4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And this is what we're getting ready to come into. You're seeing mass layoffs, job uncertainties. People are, you know, having a hard time to even find a job. This is how you know we're at the end, man. You know, this is another tell sign.
Hey, and that's another thing too. You know, the daughters of music being brought low. As other words, hey, these people ain't gonna be having concerts so people can go and be in a murky spirit, you know, and just turn up at these concerts, man. All that shit's about to be shut down.
Over with.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, like, all that shit, you know, coming into Jacob's trouble, all that cooking out and grilling out, and parties at Coachella, rolling loud,
no longer, man.
Concerts. You're not even gonna want to hear that shit. You know, you're not even, man. You're not even gonna be able to make payment. But Bakwashah, can you get Revelation 6 and 10 and the GNT, Bakwashah? Because not only is the grinding ceasing, we're seeing the dollar lose its power, and we're seeing inflation go up, and this is all biblical prophecy of the end. And what did we just read? Oh, Salakia. Damn. I'm about to get a new Bible. Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, before the evil days, before the evil days come. Salakia. And the Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Okay, and it's talked about what the grinding ceasing, or what else do we got? Revelation 6 and 10.
This is Revelation chapter 6, verse 10 in the GNT version. And it reads, they shouted in a loud voice, Almighty Lord, holy and true, how long will it be until you judge the people on earth and punish them for killing us?
Oh, so like, yeah, I guess not that precept.
Okay.
Let me see. Revelation 6:6, like it.
Okay.
That's me.
Hey, but that is true
That's a good
though,
precept,
man.
though.
You
Yeah,
know?
that's a good precept.
Cause hey, how much longer?
How much longer can we be here, bro? Hey, that's a mighty
That's
precept, actually.
That's
Hey,
the spirit, man.
hey, how much longer can we be here, man? You know, I was just talking to the brother earlier on the phone.
Hey,
You know,
let me read. It says, holy and true. How long will it be until you judge the people on earth that punish them for killing us? Killing who?
the prophets.
The prophets, the Israelites, man.
The men of the Lord.
The men of the Lord.
You know, that's what that's going into. You know, all the prophets of the old, we all got killed. You know, and if we be those men, you know, so like, you know, yeah, if we be those men, we're the ones that were back then, you know, getting killed, man. You know,
Persecuted for the truth.
when you read the book of Corinthians, it says that the spirit of the prophets are subject unto the prophets. So if you're out here on the highways and the byways prophesying, believing on the names of Yahawashi, and striving to find the right doctrine, man, consider yourself a prophet, man. You know, and one of those that were back then in the ancient world, man. You got But it's gonna go into you know more signs of the times and things that are happening right now, but also backing up biblical prophecy, man.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 6, verse 6 in the GNT version.
Yeah, there you go.
I heard what sounded like a voice coming from among the four living creatures, which said, a quart of wheat for a day's wages, and 3 quarts of barley for a day's wages, but do not damage the olive trees and the vineyards.
So can you read the KJV? So a day's quart or a quart of days. What was it again? Real quick, just that part. The wages.
A quart of wheat for a day's wages.
You see, you're gonna be
3 quarts of barley for a day's wages.
For barley and wheat, you know, things that are used to make what bread. You know, things of that sort. Bread mainly, but it's just showing you food. You're gonna be paying a whole. So back then, you used to get paid daily. You know, that's why I said a day's wage. You used to get paid daily. But in
You
this,
have to wait.
you have to wait 2 weeks or a week. Cause that's off, but. That's going, but obviously you got to tie in that precept to today's day. How do we get paid in our day's wage? It's every 2 weeks or a week. So you're gonna be paying your whole paycheck just to get some bread. That's inflation in the scriptures right there. He's gonna take your whole paycheck. No, so you're gonna be paying $650. You know, brothers make $1,000 just to get some bread, man. It's showing you how bad it's gonna get out here, and it's strategic. Remember, Esau Edom doesn't want you. He wants to clear out all these stores, man.
So you can depend on him.
So you can depend on the charagma. What's it called? Central digital. What is it called?
The CBDC.
Is it a central? No. It's like a form of payment that they're gonna have.
Oh, they have Fed now.
No, not Fed. They're Fed now too. I think
they're gonna introduce that too. No.
Yeah, they have that, but it's the how do you say it? It's where they all get paid the same amount.
It's got the social. It's something like a social credit score. The universal income.
There you go. Universal. Everybody's gonna have universal basic income. There you go. The Yahawashi. Yeah, you know they're not gonna want you to be paying.
Everybody's gonna start off with the same numbers.
Yep.
Hey, the elites are the ones that are gonna have the real wealth.
And the thing about it is they're not even gonna be able to set it up. When you read the book of Job, when you read the Job, the 5th chapter, you know the Most High is gonna fuck up his enterprise.
You start to squat the enemy, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. While you know Job 20 to 24, you know while he is eating, you know the Most High is not gonna even allow him to set up his new world order. So this is how you know we're at the end. Hakim, don't wait and think that we gotta wait for the whole system to be set up. Nah. It's gonna be while he's setting it up, bro. While you start seeing him start corroborating a little or putting marks in a couple of people and shit, then the Most High is gonna cause this shit to crack. And this is why you have Russia getting ready to go all out into sending over their men, bro, to go to fight. But nonetheless, we'll get that to later. Right now we got the street preaching coming to a halt, man. You people, man, all the mocking and scoffing is gonna come to an end once we're not out here in the highways and the byways, and y'all gonna see that Ezekiel 33rd chapter. We're not gonna be out here forever, bro. This ministry is gonna come to an end, and this is where you guys are gonna be. You wanna get that Amos 8 and 11 on?
Hey, just look at the brothers out there in England. Shit. If they're already locking people up for praying silently, imagine for the prophets out there that are speaking loud.
Yeah, because we have brothers out there, So, hey, for them, famine of the word is already hitting, bro. Damn. Hey, that's crazy, bro. Hey, but
the brothers out there have to stay on the tent. Hey, but the Lord got them,
Yeah, kind of.
But hey, that just shows you that it's already happening.
It's starting.
It's already started.
It's starting, bro. We're at the end of this thing, bro. You want to get that out?
Amos 8 and 12.
Yep. That's a beautiful thing, man.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 8, verse 12 in the King James Version, and it reads, "And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it.
You want to read up a verse of that?
This is verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord.
Man, the Lord's so cold, bro, because not only is he actually getting ready to set up a real famine, you know, with you not being able to afford your groceries and your foods and make your payment, but he's also getting ready to, with that, to bring a famine of you even having faith, man, and hearing the true words of Yahawashi, Yahawashi, man. Jake is getting ready to be cornered in all ends, you know.
Seeing apparitions.
Apparitions, and more than anything, bro, not having this truth, bro. The scriptures say in Isaiah 33:6 that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, you know.
Hey, I got that precept pulled up too.
Oh, you want to bring that out?
Yeah.
You know, since you already have
The
it held
brother
up.
just read Isaiah chapter 33 verse 6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
You gotta fear Yahawashi Yahawashi before you even come into this thing, bro. You know, once you hear about, you know, what the hell, World War III, nuclear missiles, Jacob's trouble, shit in the fan.
That should get real for, hey, if you have the ears to hear, the eyes to see.
The eyes to see, bro. You know, if you have the eyes to see, bro, you can, honestly, you know, just speaking as a man, bro, you know, us coming out here in the highways and the byways and letting you people know that that's a possibility is not even far out no more.
And that's crazy. I just seen somebody on my Snapchat, you know, they're videoing a whole train of tanks again.
On the snap.
More military, and the ones that I was remember like a while ago, these tanks have
street tires.
Yeah. Man. Yeah.
Because they're not going to be used out there in the dirt. They're going to be
used on the highways
for martial law. There shall be a great insurrection in the cities, man. That's in 2 Ezra 16 chapter, which we're going to get. You know, we're going to bring it out and show you people that the Bibles, you know, the scriptures say that it shall not lie. Let me get this in the book of Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, real quick, God, before you bring that out. This is the book of Habakkuk. So, I mean, you know, right now you call us crazy, but hey, but Bakushai, can you also hold, actually, I'll have it. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he shall say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth thee. See, we're not here to confuse you and use big words to try to act smart and great. You know, if anything, we want to use the smallest words we can possibly use to tell you, Jakes, what's happening, bro. You know, to make it as simple as possible. Yes, the RFID chip, the RFID microchip is the mark of the beast when you go into that word charagma, that word mark in Revelation 13 chapter. We're not trying to use big words, you know, we're trying to show you what it means, you know. These different, you know, prophecies, you know, we try to make it simple for you guys to understand, you know. Verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, it will surely come, it will not tarry. Wait for it because it will surely come, it will not tarry. You see, hey, everything we're telling you, man, World War III, microchips, martial law, a great insurrection in the cities where you can't, you know, you're going to close off, you know, states and towns, you know, martial, you know, all that, you know, cannibal gangs, all that's coming back. Apparitions, man, Leviathan, chariots, you know, man, it's going to be miracles. There's so much in the scriptures, man, you know, man. And, hey, not lie though, you know, and this is the reason why I like to bring out, you know, why we have to bring out prophecies though, is so that we can show you people when these prophecies come to pass. That doesn't mean that only that prophecy was right that we're talking about. That means that everything we're talking about is right, man.
And that's gonna bring that one verse up in Amos. Yeah. They shall know that a prophet.
Hey, I actually had that. Let me get that. I didn't even bring it out. Actually,
I'm gonna back this one real quick. This is 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city.
Oh, we're gonna bring that out. We're gonna bring out the whole chapter. Yeah. Come on, this is the book of Ezekiel, real quick. Yeah, just hang on to that one. That was gonna be for the. But you know what? Since we mentioned it, let's bring it out. Just bring it out. You know, we'll talk about it. It's all good.
We'll just bring that out first.
Yeah, let me get this one out real quick. Ezekiel chapter 33 and verse 33. When this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet has been among them, man. You know, everything we've been telling you guys, when it comes to prophecies, this is the reason why we touch upon prophecies, is because when it comes to pass, you guys are going to think of us right away. You're going to think about the Lord, what we're talking about, man. You know, you got to throw out. But it shows you, man, that this is why we need to speak about prophecies and show you things that are happening in the world that back up biblical prophecy, so that you people can't say we're crazy, or that we, you know, that we didn't tell you, or that, you know, we're lying. You know, you got out.
Second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Go on.
You know?
Nice, please.
Keep going?
Yep.
For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
There you go. You're gonna have martial law set up. That's why they're not gonna be able to go into it. Yep. You know.
I'm gonna read the next one. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Great tribulation. You see, Jake's gonna be going through it, man. And what's the modern day sword? The gun.
The glittering sword.
And if you think about it, America's I think it's the only country that allows citizens to, you know, carry freely. You know? So, hey, when they can't get their food, when they can't get their water, when they're going through it, what do you think they're gonna look for? The next door neighbor. Yeah, they're gonna look for the next door neighbor. He doesn't have any food, no water in there. It's already been a week they haven't ate. They're gonna look at each other and start eating each other, man. It's gonna be great for great tribulation. And what? The other fool's not gonna want to get eaten. What is that fool gonna do? He's gonna shoot back. But nonetheless, you know, you're gonna have martial law. It said that there shall be. You want to read that precept again?
It says, and that's before.
Yeah, two verses before. The first one you brought out.
A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled.
Yep, they're gonna have martial law troops, you know, guard their grocery stores, guard their plants, you know, their
facilities.
Yeah, their facilities. You know, you're gonna have them vehicles that the brother was talking about, them big ass, you know, military jeeps
patrolling the streets.
But patrolling the streets with what? With street tires. This is why they're not walking around with fucking tank tires and shit. They're gonna have street tires all over.
Hey, and another thing too, man. A lot of people are gonna see weapons they never seen, because even Trump he was just talking about this on live. You know,
and this is why we're gonna need spiritual powers. We're not gonna be able to make it out of here
because they got all these high tech. You know, Esau Edom. You know, he's on the left side. They be doing all these. You
got lasers, sound weapons that can, you know, pierce. They can't even see that pierce through fucking.
Like that they use that frequency weapon out there, like somewhere in Europe. They literally just shot down the people separated like water.
Oh,
man.
yeah, they're like, what the hell? Yeah, they all just
because it hurts your body. It's that 5G frequency that they use.
Damn. You see? So brothers are gonna need spiritual powers, man. So all you Jakes that say we need to come together and stack up guns and form an alliance against Esau Edom, you don't even know who the fuck you're going against, bro. You're going against the Lord's power. Esau is the Lord's sword, man. If you people didn't know that. This is the book of Psalms on earth.
Yeah, bring that out, bro. Because who's the only ones making weapons of destruction?
Yeah, bro,
man?
Exactly.
Who was the first one who made the Gatling gun?
And on that level, bro.
And on that level as well.
Like Esau
don't understand.
Esau's not gonna give you his real shit, bro.
Hey, go ahead, bro.
You gotta go for it. You want to speak on that?
And other people don't know, man. What's Esau's blessing, man?
Exactly.
It's the sword, man. Go back. You know, you got to go back and do your own research too, man. Because hey, we tell you, but hey, the Bible is telling you itself too. A lot of people say, "Oh, where's your sources?" But man, we've been telling you. It's just a lot of Christians just don't know, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just ranting now.
No, you good, you got it. No, but it's true though. I'm trying to look for it. What is it? I think it's
again?
7 and but you put KJV, which is thy sword. The wicked, which is thy sword, bro. That's your time, bro. I think it's 3. Give me a second, up. 3 and 13, probably. How did I lose it?
Psalm 17 and 13.
There you go, 17 and 13. I knew it was 13 somewhere, bro. You know what? You can just bring it out. You got it right there. Yeah.
This is Psalms chapter 17, verse 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
Which is thy sword. Who's the wicked according to the scriptures? Esau Edom. When you read the book of 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, it shows you who that wicked is. It's talking about Esau Edom, the nation of Esau. You know, the so-called white man. And this is why they have all these different, this is why the Lord has blessed them with all these different weapons that, bro, Jake, your little alliance, you know, your little, black, black and Hispanic. You can get all the black and Hispanics you want, bro, and get all the guns and ammunition you want. You still won't be able to fight one weapon that Esau has, bro. With one weapon alone, Esau can probably take out all you guys' fucking shit, bro.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 27, I'm going to start at verse 38.
Yep.
And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also.
Yep.
O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above.
He has it all. Esau Edom has everything here, bro. The elites, Rothschilds, Gettys, the Oppenheimers. Those are the elites of Esau Edom. So don't think about your trailer Billy, hillbilly park Edomites. Those are low level Edomites. You gotta think about the main
Chiefs.
Yeah, the Chiefs. Really Amalek when you go into it. Yeah. They don't even, money's not even in their mind no more. They don't even have.
They're just bloodsuckers.
Yeah,
now,
at this point they don't even need money. They're at a trillion. But this is why they want to be like the Most High, because this is their blessing. They know that their blessing is not what we're gonna receive. They're already receiving their blessing, and in their blessing they're trying to receive what we have, which is what? Immortality. And this is why you're seeing transhumanism, the Karagma, merging computers with man. He's trying to achieve what we're destined to get blessed on. You got to.
Hey, this is the last verse on this one. Genesis 27:40. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
And you see, Esau Edom, you have it, bro. And you're blessed with just, and look at Jake, and Jake, listen to that. Esau Edom has got blessed with the sword, bro. No matter how much fucking gun training you have, no matter how much ammunition and weapons you think you have, you're not gonna be able to go against Esau.
Better with a gun,
hell
man.
yeah.
He's a sharpshooter, man.
Bro, Esau is the goat when it comes to the gun, bro. When it goes to a gun,
that's why the hunters are a lot of the white hunters are all the hunters.
Bro, they live off their
and
they live off their
ranches and
shit. Yeah, their ranches.
Bro,
they live off their own killings.
And that's another
shit,
thing too, the fatness of the earth. They've been given these too, man.
They got everything, bro. They can just go out there and do whatever the fuck they want to do at this point, man.
In the fucking backyard.
And where's Jake at for the most part, man? Section 8 housing, bro. Fucking in the trenches, in the hoods.
In the fucking packed like sardines.
Packed like sardines, bro. Look at O Block, bro. Look at O Block and these different type of apartments and stuff that are set up like that.
Prison,
and they're like a prison
they're
because
built up like prison systems.
It's gated.
It's gated.
And then on top of that, it's just you guys are lined up in there like straight sardines, bro. It's just crazy.
Literally a prison. The way that the hoods, every Section 8, if you notice, a lot of even the immigration housing. We live in Arizona, man. So
we have
the immigration houses out here are surrounded with gates, man.
Yep. And then
they're all sectioned off like little prison cots.
Yeah, they do look like that, bro. Look, and if you look, you can kind of look
right there too, man. Yeah, those corner ones.
Yep. So hey, bro, this just goes to show you that Esau had this all planned, and you can even go into research on some Black Wall Street.
Yep.
Jake.
Oklahoma massacre.
Jake was having it good with the Black Wall Street. As soon as Esau Edom saw that, what did he do? He came and infiltrated and took that bitch down because he has that power, bro.
And another thing, like in the night, I forgot, like the 90s, the early 2000s, Esau Edom bombed a whole fucking apartment complex in Philly or something like that.
Just goes to show you, man, that Esau Edom is not with us. A whole bomb. Bro. And you people all want to just come together and hold hands. No, not all white people are bad. Quote unquote white people.
We got because
it's not a white thing.
We got some Israelites that look like Edomites, man.
This is an Israelite thing, not a white thing.
It's not a white thing. It's not a skin color thing.
It's not a black thing either. You got Hamites. You got Hamites that are. It's because our beautiful melanin. That shit ain't don't mean nothing. You know who has more melanin than you? Ham, and his ass ain't even gonna get salvation, bro. So dead all that stupid shit. It's because our curly hair ignites this and the third. Ham has curlier hair than you, bro.
It's just like saying, "Oh, I want to be in a pharaoh. I want to be an Egyptian."
Yeah,
that's exactly what you're saying.
That's exactly what you're saying.
But they don't understand that,
It's not any of that, bro. This is a spiritual thing. It's an Israelite thing. You gotta say, "I'm an Israelite, man. I'm an Israelite from the tribe of so and so."
Man, even Kodak Black be known here.
Yeah. He said it recently. And he said he's from the tribe of Levi because. And where did he get that from, bro? He got that from the apostles and the elders, bro.
He knows it.
Yeah. He says he's a Levite because he knows that the Haitians are Levites. And there's a reason that you can tell which tribe is which tribe, bro. And it's just because of the spirit. It's just the spirit.
And what tribe does the most craziest fucking form of witchcraft?
Yeah. Levi, bro.
Levites, man, because they were the priests in the ancient days,
they're priests in the ancient world.
So they have that demon knowledge because, hey,
Hey, all the Cubans, all the Mexicans, they go to Haiti to learn about that fucking voodoo bullshit, bro.
Shit, the Santeria, all
You know what I'm saying?
that shit.
They go to.
It all originates from Haiti.
Yep, they go to Haiti to learn that shit and
The
bring it
chicken
back. The
sacrifice
chicken
and
sacrifice,
shit.
all that shit goes back to Haiti,
And we've
bro.
been hearing, I've been hearing about that since I was a
Yeah,
little
since we're
kid,
little, bro.
Like, that was just a normal thing. Like,
Everybody knew about it. You know,
Yeah.
oh, you do brujeria.
yeah, my
Oh, you
mom
know,
would
yeah.
even, my mom had a tia, you know, an auntie that would fucking collect chicken feet and, you know, different shit and like
Yup.
put them together to put spells on people.
To put spells and shit, because that shit, hey, that shit's
a form
real.
of a hexing.
Yeah,
man.
hexing, you can hex people and shit. But the
But
thing
that's
is,
on the black, you know, that's on the
hey,
dark
Esau
side.
Edom does that to us, brothers, man. On the highest level, bro.
'Cause
He's over there committing child sacrifices against us, bro. He's over there fucking doing all types of abominable shit.
Esau's the true wizard, man.
But the thing is Baba Koshak, can you bring out this precept for you damn elite Edomites that think that your little fucking stupid rituals are gonna do anything? KJV, form of witchcraft,
no enchantment, yeah.
no enchantment upon Israel, yeah. There you go. Hey, keep sacrificing all them fucking kids. You know,
for
keep
real.
doing keep sacrificing the Molech and Baal and all that bullshit that you think is
All
gonna.
your statues. That
Yeah,
don't
you think
move.
you're gonna come and judge us. Come affect us. It's not gonna do shit. And the reason I mentioned that is because I want fucking Esau to watch this shit because elites are watching us, bro.
Yeah.
I want you at least to watch this. You know, Oppenheimers, Rothschilds, your Gettys, you big. You know, what is it called? The Rothschilds?
The Rothschild, DuPont, the Getty.
The DuPonts, the Gettys.
The Orsini family.
The Orsini family. All you motherfuckers, bro. All you
the-
fucking witchcraft, having asses, bro. Satan worshiping asses, bro.
Hey, look, I'm going to read it in the original version first, and then I'm going to go to the NLT.
And the reason I want you to bring that out, you guys are wasting your fucking time,
Yo,
bro. Wasting your fucking time.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 23, verse 23, in the King James Version. Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. According to this time, it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, who hath Yahweh wrought. And this is in the NLT. Numbers 23, verse 20, chapter 23, verse 23. No curse can touch Jacob. No magic has any power against Israel. For now it will be said of Jacob, what wonders God has done for Israel.
Damn.
No curse, no magic
No,
works
nothing,
against
bro.
Israel,
Because
man.
guess what? The Most High is the one that judges us. Not your stupid little false gods, bro. Not your little stupid little idols. The
Little
Most
Santa
High is the one that
Muerte.
judges us.
Nah.
You got what happened? You
Nah,
gonna say?
little Santa, all these little
Yeah.
statues,
Santa Muerte,
the
Santa
money
Muerte.
that's paganism.
Shit's stupid as fuck, bro. You guys are stupid. And honestly, it's just a time blessing y'all.
Yup.
And he's blessing you in the world. And that's just the worst thing ever because guess what? When this world gets to collide, all you people that driving Lambos, Rolls Royces, living good, lavish, because you've been praying to your, idols and, the world's been hearing you, you're going to fall the hardest, bro.
You're gonna melt with everything you thought was of value.
Well,
on this
Jacob's
place.
trouble is just gonna fucking kill him.
Yeah,
They're gonna
that
be
too.
like, damn, bro, you were living so good, and now you're struggling to even find water, find
Hey,
food.
Richest profit nothing in the day of wrath.
And it's gonna be them people that are living on that high status that are gonna become cannibalists, bro. They're gonna form their cannibal gangs because they've been living so deliciously, so good that they can't go back to it. They can't go back to just a regular, a homeless man that's just been living off crumbs, Been living, maybe he get a fucking orange off a tree and that's the only thing he's able to, eat that day.
For real, like,
Hey, he's gonna be chilling. He's not even gonna become a cannibal. But you people that have been living on, just luxury, hey, bro, you guys are gonna turn into the worst people ever coming into Jacob's trouble, man. But hey, we got this ministry getting ready to come to an end. UK is getting ready to make it illegal to go out and street teach. Okay, and then we got right now? It's just these two topics that me and the brother wants to speak upon. We also got Russia getting ready. You want to get that out?
This is I sent the brother video, or did you send it to me?
You sent it to me.
Well, I seen this video earlier. I mean, the brother saw, man. There's out there in Russia. Looks like a military plane over
It
there.
does.
Out there in Russia, they're going to the cities and they're recruiting young men. And there's videos of the mom's crying and shit. Hey, but that don't matter. That's coming to America, man.
Mm-hmm.
All these women over here are gonna be crying for their sons that are gonna be sent out to that war, man.
But why is Russia getting ready to send all their men out to war, bro? Why are they already sending over the drafts for them to see who's gonna go into a draft or not?
Because America's coming into it too.
Because they're getting ready to go to war, bro.
And America hasn't said it yet, but it's gonna be random. One day everybody's gonna wake up, news alert, draft. So, man,
the scriptures say that. First Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, bro. For suddenly, hey, when they shall say peace and safety, look at this, man. No, real quick, just show the people. Softball game,
the
park,
concession stands all open.
Yup, everything's lit. You see everybody over there just having a blast. And what? They don't even know what the fuck's getting ready to come upon Babylon the Great, man. You know, us brothers, man, we have the highest level right now, bro, of an investment. Our investment
is the highest knowledge on earth.
It's the highest knowledge, the most important knowledge, bro, and we're getting ready to cash out on it, man. You know, I don't want Ratazari to be those men. You know, World War III is on the brink. The end is on the way. Hey,
chips are being made in the U.S.
Donald Trump just invested $100 billion into chips and being made in the U.S. And we understand that, yes, chips are in cars, in computers, in every device. But what's the main aspiration that they have going on for themselves is the Karagma, man, the RFID microchip that they want to implant everybody with. They want to get rid of the dollar, and with that, implant you with the RFID chip that's going to be able to see your medical records, where you're watching, what you're eating, how much you're eating with the carbon bullshit. And they want to be like the Most High, man. They want to read your thoughts. But guess what? The Most High is going to fucking cut that shit short, you know. But hey, you know, with that, we'll probably close out, man. But this is edifying and exhorting unto, you know, hopeful like members. We want to face the east and give all praises, honor, and glory to our power. Yahawashi, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Shalom.